Good evening, how my beautiful queens and house of kings doing this evening? How you all doing? Welcome back to the start. Ooh, my nose itch. To the start of a new vlog. How you all doing? It's kind of like it's actually the evening time. It's actually 4:04. Your girl just got through putting her groceries away. I had to place an Instacart. Time I made it in. When I got off of work, I made it in. Today was like actually a later day for me because normally I would have been here about 12, but I didn't make it in till like one some about 1:30, almost, yeah, 1:30, almost close to 2 o'clock. So I ended up placing the Instacart order because I had needed some more toilet paper. Like I was getting low, like getting down to like my last roll. So I said, let me start back up on some toilet paper. And I did it with Kroger because normally, you all know I'm pretty much a Aldi, Dollar Tree, Family Dollar girly when it come down to being on a budget shopping for like, little certain items that I normally use on a day-to-day basis. But it was some chicken gizzards. I love chicken gizzards. I haven't had them in a while. And so I had wanted to get them, normally I purchase them from Kroger because Kroger like the only store on the app that, do have the the chicken gizzards. Like every time I try to look for them on Aldi, they never show it. But other than that, y'all, I'm cooking a roast. When I say, if you all see the flying, just disregard these flies. I'm kind of over the bugs, and I know summer is somewhat just beginning here in Memphis. Like I just literally killed a big old bug came in from outside. It looked like a wasp. I didn't want to take no chance that I hit up and hit it with my shoe because it was just, I'm like I believe it came in when I was when the young lady dropped my groceries off. I had to go outside and get the groceries and bring them in the house, of course. And I believe probably he or she, whatever it was, probably came in when I brought the groceries in. But I'm just over the bugs. I know everything have a purpose or whatever, but bugs, rodents, I'm not with I'm not with all that. Like I say, they stay their distance. I say my distance, but yeah, I'm just over the bugs. I think probably tomorrow I might try to see can I stop at the dollar store and get like some Raid or wasp spray because I noticed the last couple of days I had to knock a nest down on the outside of my side window, and I don't want them coming in. So I'm gonna have to probably try to, get some spray and spray the outside of my window because the walls stay really bad here in the south. I had got stung by one maybe 3, 4 summers ago when I was, living with my mom. One stung me on my feet, and ever since then I don't play with none of them. I don't play with none of the crew. Anytime I see one, it's getting hit with the shoe automatically. But other than that, my day been great. It's been like a slow, steady work day for me. Like I said, I think I was telling y'all, I was currently cooking a roast. Y'all, when I say this roast gonna be really seasoned good, it smells so good. I have ordered a pork shoulder roast. It's gonna probably have to cook for about at least, I would say probably to about 6 something. It's gonna have to cook for about at least 3 hours because I wanted to cook where it start getting real tender and soft and maybe come apart a little bit I just test a piece of the meat off. It's still kind of, pretty tough and need to cook a little longer. But I love me some roast. I know it's really kind of hot to be eating a meal like that, but I just want some roast. I'm not gonna cook no cornbread. I got some potatoes. I probably chop a couple of them up in there, and I'm gonna make a little gravy once it get, once the roast get real good and tender and cooked down a little lower. I cut some onion up in it and bell pepper, but it said that the roast was already seasoned, so I had to taste it. But I still, of course, I still had to add water to it. You add water. Sometimes the water take the flavor or whatever the taste of it away. So I said, because I thought originally I had thought about baking the roast, but I'm like, it's too hot to be really cutting the oven on. And then, like I said, I got my air going, but it's still kind of a little warm because I'm cooking on the stove. And then I got my blinds open because these flies gotta go. I'm gonna have to try when I get through talking to you all. I'm gonna have to try to open my screen though and get them out of here. I just can't. I can't deal with flies. I literally can't. I can't deal with flies. I'm gonna try to see can I get them up out of here. Um, but yeah, I got my blinds open. I always like to let like a little fresh sunlight come in. During the day when if it be a day where I just work one job and I get off early, I just like let some sunlight come in. Your girl ended up braiding her hair. I braided my hair the day before yesterday. What day that was I braided my hair? Because I was off. I think I did this, what's today, Saturday? Wednesday, Thursday. I think I did. I braided my hair Wednesday, this past Wednesday. I just end up, y'all have probably seen me have my hair like this plenty of times on my channel. I normally do like, these little, somewhat, I ain't gonna call them lemonade braids because mine is like an alopecia format and had a way I do them. But yeah, I just end up braiding my hair up. And I think when I take these down, I'm gonna order some more hair from the beauty supply store. This time when I do it, I'm gonna try to give me a net, and that way I might just do braids all around, like go back to the old school way like I used to wear my hair before it came out. I think for the rest of this summer, I just want to rock some braids. I just want a protective style because my hair, my scalp, it get real when I wear those wigs a lot. It get real hot underneath, and then of course when I wear the wigs, I had a little cap on. And my hair, I noticed it would be so, just I haven't really been oiling it lately. I know that's not good. I haven't really been putting no grease on it because, like I said, when I braided it, of course I couldn't grease it because it was gonna, it would have made it hard for me to try to grip because, like I say, my hair is still pretty short in the, the back length of it, so I had to make it where I could be able to grip my, hair. But yeah, it's just the wigs and the quick weaves. It's just that those quick weaves, especially, they sweats out so bad now. So I just said probably now into maybe August, I'm gonna try to see can I just stick to some braids or some type of crochet style, protective style right now because it's just really hot. Like I feel like braids is so simple. It's just an easy get up and go. You ain't gotta do much maintenance versus when I'm wearing my wigs or quick weaves, I have to, ride it up or whatever style I got, maintain the, the wigs and the weaves. So I said, we're just going to rock some braids right now because it's getting hot. And yeah, I kind of like how they came out. Like I said, I wish I would have used a net, but it's fine. This was just leftover braiding hair that my daughter had, and I just kept it. I'm glad I don't really throw a lot of hair away because I'm like I never know when I might want to just create me a style. Because that's one thing about me, like I'm gonna make up a style, that fits, suits my need. But yeah, other than that, it's a beautiful sunny day, but they say we're supposed to get some rain. I don't know where all this rain coming from. Like literally, low key, it's been raining for the last 3 to 4 weeks, all throughout May. We just been getting strictly a lot of rain. Now it's June, we still getting rain. Um, I hope it don't rain because yesterday was my great grandfather's birthday, my great grandmother husband, and her birthday is on the 19th. So his birthday was June the 12th, hers June the 19th. I wanted to do a balloon releasing this year. Last year, I don't think I did one last year. Now, I think I did one in 2024. The year, did I do one? Yes, I did. I think I did one last year. I take that back. That was 2025. Because now it'll be going on 2 years since I've been 2024. it'll be going on 3 years now since I've been at this job. So it was last year. I did it better downtown in the one. Yeah, I know one of my favorite parks. I just released the balloons in the air. Hopefully, if it don't rain on her birthday, I just do a balloon releasing in honor, for both of them, their birthdays. Yeah, may they continue to rest in heaven, rest in peace. Um, but yeah, I ended up, like I said, I was just trying to create a TikTok before I tuned in with you all. But yeah, girl, when I say this house smells so good, I'm literally hungry. Like I might end up, until that roast get done, I might end up eating me a little bowl of cereal. I'm currently drinking on a Crystal Light. Yeah, when I say the juice, Kroger kind of overpriced, but really it's not just Kroger. I know there's Aldi like that too, with the what's that, cranberry juice and the Minute Maid, all the them different juices. They want almost $4. The cranberry juice now is almost $4 a gallon, like about the size like the apple juice. I just say I'm gonna give me some Crystal Light and be through with it, because the Crystal Light, they look the individual packages. Originally I wanted the strawberry lemonade, but y'all know when I do my Instacart, sometimes they might not always have um the Pacific item. It might have been sold out, so I always have my shopper can replace it with something else, or if not, they'll refund me my money back. But yeah, I had a Swedish shopper. She just brought my eggs back, because I'm like, I know I had some eggs. She said, I am so sorry. I'm so sorry. I said, no, it's okay, man. Young lady, it's okay. That's another thing that I had kind of wanted to touch on, because y'all know I'm in this server industry too, so I can understand when it come down to the Lyft drivers, the Instacart shoppers, Door Dashers, people that make a living where they might depend on tips and or whatever. But I'm glad with me. Like me and my friend, we was talking about that yesterday. Like I literally got to the point where I don't really worry about. Y'all heard me talk about this plenty of times. I'm gonna continue to be myself, give you the best service. It's up to you if you feel like you got great service, because I hear so many people. Okay, I hear so many people always talking about this customer service nowadays in this industry. Well, in this time it is bad. I say I want to touch on that, because there are some places where you still can go and people will provide you with great service. They will go over and beyond. But you do have customers or guests or whatever. They come to places and they will give you a hard time. You know, I just feel like if you treat people the way you want to be treated. I'm going to respect you as a person. I respect you to respect me back. We are already living in an era now where there's so many people who don't want to work or come back to work at all. And so I just feel like you should give people grace to those that still out here working, trying to make a living for themselves, and they're doing the best they can. Even though a lot of them don't make a lot of money, but they still show up and provide you with great service. And a lot of them, still smiling, but it's just sad that we're living in these times where people just don't appreciate nothing no more. Everybody wants stuff when they want it. They be in a hurry nowadays, and I just feel like if you can't wait, you should go somewhere else. But really, anywhere you go, you gonna have to wait. That's just the reality. We just living in a new era now. This is a new era that we got to get adjusted to, or most people should have been adjusted to, but not everybody and caught on yet. And even today, like at my job, I had a issue. Well, I ain't gonna say an issue. It was a little with a guest today, a guy. Now we're not a full service Starbucks. Like I think I was telling y'all, we only carry some of the Starbucks drinks. And the man literally got mad because he had to pay for a cup of coffee. He wanted a small cup of coffee. Now y'all, a small cup of coffee at my job is $3.84. I mean, $3.84. That's just a regular drip coffee, like cup of coffee, and then we leave if you want to add milk and dress it up to yourself. We always leave the creamers, sugars, all that on the end of the bar, and they dress it up. And they do get a free refill. This man gonna tell me he can't pay $3. He's not finna spend no $3.84 for a cup of coffee. I said, okay, sir. My thing is, here where we work at in the restaurant, nothing free. They barely want us servers to eat free there. We can't even eat nothing free, really. But I'm not finna give you nothing free in here. I'm working my butt off all the time, every day that I'm scheduled to work, and I know they don't want us to eat free, And for you to complain about a cup of coffee, I mean, if you want some coffee, that you have coffee in your rooms. Like literally every hotel I have ever stayed at, you have coffee in your room. It just, I feel like people nowadays got to the point where they either want to be a little messy and just pick with the workers, or whatever industry you're working at, just to be doing something. But I literally, me, I won't pick with nobody. If I see a person not having a good day or bad day, I would not mess with nobody. You just never know what's on people's minds these days and what people are capable of doing or their intentions. That's why I tell people, you have to really be careful how you treat people. You don't know what people go through, or what they battling with. So it's always, you should always be kind, and making sure you treating people the way you want to be treated, which is respect. But the man just literally, and he didn't, and like I say, I'm not gonna, I wasn't gonna sweat about it, because like I say, I'm not gonna lose sleep because you feel like you don't want to pay for a cup of coffee. That's your choice. But you got coffee in the room. You're not finna come down here and give me a hard time and argue with me. I'm just a worker, just an employee here trying to make a living and provide for myself. You know, if you want some coffee, that coffee right in your room. It's just like I say, dealing with people in these times is very, very hard. It really is. It's a era where I feel like people just, some of them just, they don't understand, like, and they would do anything to try to bring you down with them. Misery love company. I'm not trying to be nobody company when they're not happy in their own lives, because like I say, I try to make the best out of everything what I do. Not everything might not be going the way I want in my life, but I mean, I'm blessed and grateful for the things or the doors God opened for me. But you have some people out here that just really, they're just not happy, and they want to take their energy and rub it off on other people, whether if it's workers when they come into a whatever, if they come across workers in a restaurant or whatever, they tend to bring their energy with them, and that's just not a good look. But other than that, y'all, I ain't gonna rant too much, because, like I say, I'm currently still filming my videos with this tablet. I gotta try to figure out, when I do get this app stored back on my phone, do I want to just go strictly with Canva? And because I heard they say with Canva you can't edit your YouTube videos or any video on Canva. I'm a see, because I'm not trying to pay for two different memberships, which is, if I have to pay for the InShot app again back on my phone, and or Vita, whichever one. But I might just go back with InShot. Um, I'm not trying to have too many memberships, because, like I say, the fancy thumbnails and all that it might work to a certain extent for some some videos, but for some of my videos, it's still, I might get the same amount of views if I wasn't doing fancy thumbnails. But we'll see though. But like I said, I'm currently just still filming with this tablet until I get this app paid for back on my phone, because I'm about ready to go back to vlogging from my phone. But yeah, you all, I just want to kind of open up on this video, just give y'all like a little, just a little evening. And this normally sometimes somewhat like a normal evening routine anyway for me. Like I say, most time I don't cook every single day, but I will come in, um,